Vincent.
Yes.
I've got a riddle for you.
I like those. I'm terrible at riddles, for the record.
Okay? That's right. All right. What has 365 days and 52 weeks in it?
Oh,
Wrong again. It's a year, Vince. We've been doing 0.50 for a year.
I'm glad you told me it was a year. I was going to guess a week.
Wait, there were 52 weeks in a week?
I'm often confused.
So what I want to do, Vince, today, what I think would be fun for us to do is talk about what we've done over the past year. Like, we've done some great things.
We've had a busy year.
We've had a very busy year. We started a YouTube channel.
I've been going back through the channel. I've been watching some classic Vince and Mike moments.
You went back all through the chat. It's funny you should say that. I did the same thing.
It might sound conceited and maybe a little arrogant, but I think we're hilarious.
It's okay, Vince. At least 16 people on a regular basis agree with it.
And whoever you 16 people are, I love you.
Yeah, big preach to the 0.5016. You guys make it happen. But yeah, so I guess the purpose of this episode really today is to just go through some of our favorite bits, parts that we were proud of, parts that we
I like that
we really enjoyed. And I've definitely got a couple of moments that I feel like parts that I like going back what I would have done different. But we could
get into that. I did. I went into it with what are my top 5 moments with Mike? What are the bits I enjoyed the most? That made me laugh the hardest. That gave me the most genuine enjoyment out of all the things we've done.
You have 100% out there on this one. You know that, right?
I what can I say? I'm a hard worker. Also got 3 honourable mentions down, and they aren't in the same vein as the other stuff. So I'm going to bust into the honourable mentions right away.
We're straight into the honourable mentions.
There's one that really stuck out to me recently. Going back, well, admittedly, this one here is not an honourable mention. This is a different thing. This is something I noticed that I've wanted to point out because I didn't notice it until like today.
You didn't. Okay. I'm excited for that. Right, bear with. Start off.
So
was
Obscure. This is it's not quite an honourable mention. This is something I noticed. So in Obscure, in episode 5, you and I go to the theatre.
Yeah.
About 3 minutes and 40 seconds, if you want to just skip to that.
3 minutes and 40 seconds, you and I go to a theatre.
You and I go to the theatre. Prefer to Stan as dead anyway. Okay, so if you look on the bottom left corner of the screen, you see a little plaque on the wall.
Yeah.
Right, so that's flashing. That's like one of those, hey, look at this things. At no point do we ever look at it.
We've got 10 limited.
Okay, let's have a look at this.
Do you reckon we'll almost finish the game?
Oh my god, it is.
Ooh, sticky tape.
Oh shit!
And it's doing it the whole time.
The whole time. How did we miss that?
Even when it cuts to a little bit, there it is in the background flashing. At no point do we ever read it. We have no idea what that is.
That is fucking incredible. What is that?
We'll never know.
We need to find out what that is. It could be a map or a note, or it could blow the whole thing wide open.
Right?
Oh, that's not good, Vince. We're pro gamers. We can't be making choices like that.
We are not pro gamers.
It was good though. I mean, like, I have to say, like, and I imagine there's going to be plenty of this coming into the future. That Obscure was one of the best games I've ever played, and it always will be. I agree. I had the best time playing through Obscure. Exactly. Not because it's good, but because I got to share it with you, Vincent. It was.
I just think it was deeply. It was one of those games that is bad. It's good.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh yeah.
Like it wasn't like the writing wasn't perfect. It wasn't very good, but at the same time,
you're just
having just an enjoyable experience.
You just enjoyed every second of it. I mean, I at least had to be on Monster for the most part of it, but that was part of the fun. That was part of the whole deal. It was just it was really, really good.
Moments with Mike occurs in Obscure, and one of my honourable mentions is a cut moment from Obscure.
There's a cut moment from Obscure?
There's a joke I know I made in Obscure.
Is it the one that I had to filter out?
Watching back, you 100% cut.
I imagine I probably did. Let me just quickly check, because I don't think... I can categorically say all of the raw footage for Obscure is gone. So, whatever joke it was... I do have some bad news, Vincent.
Oh, I hate bad news.
I'm afraid, bud. You know Resi 5?
Oh no. Too hot for TV?
It's all gone.
It's all gone?
It's all gone. I tried loading it up and like it just basically came up with, you know, that broken file image?
Yeah.
Yeah, it came up with that for each and every one of them.
My heart's breaking.
I was like, what the fuck is going on? Like, Resi 6, absolutely fine.
Oh, but that's the worst of
I
the
know.
two.
The one that was shit got saved.
I wanted to, but the Resi 5 one was bad, and I can't believe we're playing through this kind of way.
It was, I know.
Yeah, but so for the fans, we were going to do Resi 5.
Well, I mean, we did. We did Resi 5.
Resi 5. Resi 5 was ready for you. Well, we put effort into playing Resi 5, and now it's all gone.
We did. But it was good. Like, I mean, but yeah. Yeah.
Shame on you, Capcom.
Shame on you, Capcom. I don't...
Between having to fix Resi 5 and what we experienced going through Resi 6, which I cannot wait for the people to see, right? The combination of like broken Resi 5 and just Resi 6 existing. Shame on you, Capcom.
I don't know when I'm going to get through Resi 6, like,
because I imagine it's
not very good.
Awful to actually have to go back through and edit.
There's an awful, like, I think the only thing that made Resident Evil 6 good was the fact that we were playing it together and able to laugh consistently at it. But you must remember that we didn't do an entire campaign because it became very apparent that whoever was playing 2 wasn't get to do anything other than shoot.
Wasn't technically part of it apart from shooting.
So, you know,
which was the Ada campaign.
Capcom. You know, maybe Resident Evil 7 will be better. It was. It was good. But 7 was really spook. 7 was
incredibly spook. 7, I had to do the opening bit twice.
Oh, don't do that.
Because I got through it the first time and then got too scared and turned it off.
Oh, that doesn't say.
And then left it for a while and then had to come back and be like, I don't know what's happening. I need to just restart and then go through it again. And realised why I got so scared the first time.
That is fair.
Because I don't know if the people know, but I am cowardly as far as like horror games go. I really buy into it.
It's really, really good. It's what makes it quite entertaining to play them with you. And I'm looking forward to doing more of them and showing the people a bit more of what Scared Vince looks like.
It just sounds largely very shrill.
Yeah. I mean, at this point, I could probably show a small snippet of. Yeah. Okay. So here's a small snippet of something we're currently in the works on.
I don't wanna. Thumb closed.
So yeah, pretty spook. Pretty spook.
I just, for whatever reason, like I can't detach from it. Like if I'm playing a horror game, I completely buy in.
No, it's good. I mean, that's exactly what you're supposed to be doing at the end of the day, and it's what makes them good. Cool. All right, shall we go for one of my?
Do you want to before we carry on? No? I've got one last honourable mention. I told you I had 3.
You do.
And this one isn't something we did together.
We didn't.
This
do
one isn't.
Together.
This is a thing that wasn't a combo thing. This was you taking the initiative, putting something out there on your own, and it was your return.exe video. I genuinely really love that.
Oh, Vincent.
Honestly, I was really impressed when you put it out, and I told you that at the time, and I look back on it now, and I'm still super, super impressed with it. I still really like it.
Oh, no, that was. Thank you.
Because it came out of nowhere, and it was the perfect, like, you know, we're back in action video, and it just, I was impressed by it. It was a level we hadn't aspired to before. And
I know what you mean. You know what was weird about that video is that it was just like, it was nowhere near as hard as I thought it was going to be. I got it in one take.
Oh,
yeah, that was
professional.
That was the thing that was like, oh shit, son, that was incredibly lucky.
You're a consummate professional, mate.
Well, I had it. Oh, well, thank you. We'll go that far. Yeah, dark screen.
Let's hear some. Yeah.
Starts off in the dark screen. Quite happy with, you know. This is before I've taped my curtains. I've actually taped my curtains now to stop the light from getting in, so that I can have proper dark thing.
Nice.
Those lights, the lights that aren't working anymore. Well, they are. I'm actually, fun fact, I'm actually in this video. I'm wearing the shirt that will come up later. But that shirt is important for reasons. Also, when I'm looking at the keyboard and typing, I make the same face that my dad makes whenever he looks at the computer. And that was completely unintentional.
It's hilarious.
Here's the snap. The snap did it. That was
The snap's the magic.
so good.
The snap is the magic.
I'm back.
And then just go straight in there.
Yeah.
Oh. That music
It's
makes me,
good.
that music makes me nostalgic as fuck, man. And then I just also noticed that I just wrote thanks for patience. Like,
Yeah, it's fantastic.
a lot of this stuff I do when it's like, because I do all my editing Tuesday night, ready for, I have to leave it to the last minute. A lot of the time by this
Naturally.
point, I'm so tired that I
just-
I do stuff
knows what's
that
gonna happen?
that at the time I think is hilarious, and half the time it isn't. But just like stuff like that, it's like, gem. Yeah, so I wanna show one of mine off now.
I'm ready.
For you.
I'm ready.
So this one like is referenced, I suppose, in what we were talking about previously in one of the other recent ones that we've done.
Yeah.
And this was the first time that you made a certain sound, Vincent, that I find utterly hysterical, and
Right.
that I relish every moment that you make. So, do you remember a time, Vince, when you were underground?
It's when you. Yeah, and I got left alone.
So
What if it's is it daytime out there?
I'm finding out for you now.
It's not daytime, Vincent.
Oh, he's using the radio. That's. Oh wait, this is the further in area.
He's using the
Oh,
radio.
that's,
You
no,
hated
that's
that
outside.
radio.
It's dark outside, I think. Oh no, it's more cave.
Good news, guys. It is light outside.
But yeah, it's just coming up now.
I might be lost.
I might be lost.
I thought this was the way out, but it isn't the way out. Oh no, I'm trapped in the cave.
Vince, you're lost in the cave and you're on your own because I'm outside.
And I love that sound. That sound that you make is
It's a bit scared.
the
noise.
Vince scared noise, and it's not even real scared noise, is it?
Fake scared noise.
Just was absolutely. It was just. I've never heard you make a sound like that before, and it was just like utterly brilliant. And I think it was just sort of like this whole exchange between us as well, as it just sort of keeps going, and we end up just back and forthing a little bit more.
But no, to answer your question, caving definitely not something I would do.
That's fair. I don't blame you. I will.
If you were like, "Oh, hey Vince, for my birthday we're all going caving. You in?" Hard pass.
Something I'm trying to bury you alive down there.
Like I love you and I'd want to celebrate your birthday with you, but no.
No, that's fair. I don't blame you at all for that.
I enjoy this little back and forth
100%.
about going caving with
Like
you.
if I was like,
"Hey Mike, for my birthday we're going on a submarine ride."
I'd be
intro.
like, to be honest, I'd be like anything for you, pal.
Because of course I have to.
I hear a lot of crashing.
Because of course I have to one up you at every opportunity.
Yeah, of course.
It was this whole thing, and this is another perfect example of like when you go back and watch this stuff. Like I can categorically tell you that I've got no idea why this particular instance was so entertaining for me, but looking back on it, it wasn't funny, like at all.
It is. I think it is. Is that you?
No. What sort of crashing?
Like It is wood funny. crashing.
Yeah, not sure how that's happening.
And then an explosion.
I don't know what to tell you here, bud. There could be something down there with you.
It was just it was
Being a jerk.
such a bastard. It's just like, and again at the time I've got no idea why my brain was saying like this is going to be the funniest shit ever because he's never going to know, and it's like of course he's going to know. He's going to see me doing it.
I think that's kind of why it works, because like obviously your thought process is he's never going to know about this. This is hilarious, but at the same time, of course he's going to know, and that's why it's funny.
It's like, it's like 4-year-old thinking, isn't it? But it was so funny, and you do it.
I do enjoy it.
It's like, I know I'd throw a tennis ball at you straight away.
Yeah.
Oh, I tried.
There
to.
was definitely an explosion.
Nah, but
I'm 100% yeah.
This was bad guy Mike.
I think I turn around and there's just trees down everywhere. And I'm like, oh, of course it was you. Don't lie to me. Yeah, all these trees are broken.
Yeah, it looks like something came through here pretty quickly.
Was it you with a dynamite?
It wasn't me with an.
Was it you? I think that's probably one of my favorite things whenever we do something, is that usually in the first 10-15 minutes, when at the peek behind the curtain a little bit, I think here, like whenever you and I do something for like the first 10 to 15 minutes, it's an absolute free-for-all for both of us as to which one is going to be
before we settle in then.
Which one's going to be the domineering presence and which is going to be the teacher on the reins that has to pull them back. It was really, really funny because you can see it. I mean, like, because if you go into the channel now, the first episode of The Forest is pretty much what you get. But you can see that in the first episode of The Forest, you and I are both just constantly just like, the first like 10 minutes of it is just jabs at each other.
Yeah.
As to which one's going to win.
Yeah.
And it was just, it's so weird, but because we fall into it so naturally that like in this one, obviously it was crazy Mike and Logic Vince, which is why it was so important that in A Way Out, which technically is the second game we played, but Obscure we did first because it was funnier.
Yeah.
Like it was why that is a main reason why in A Way Out that the revolves were completely reversed, and why you're looking at it and Vince was like, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna be the crazy one today. And it was
it's nice to just like, you know, it swings back and forth.
Exactly, it was brilliant. And then in Obscure, both of us were against the world.
Yeah.
So
one of my moments with Mike is actually from The Forest, since you're bringing up Forest videos.
Well, I mean, we're there now. What have you got for me?
Episode 3.
Episode 3.
10 minutes and 40 seconds in.
Previous.
There we go.
So I've subtitled this and
Previously on The Forest.
so yeah, if you jump to 10 minutes and 40 seconds in, you will. I think you'll know immediately what bit it is. You'll know immediately.
So
what moment this is.
This is one of those things because this was on my list too, obviously. All right. Let me just go and get something real quick. So this is. I remember I was talking about a shirt earlier.
Yeah.
This is the shirt I was wearing. Vince, you'll have to wait until the video comes out to see it.
I look forward to finding out.
But this is something. Fuck me, why don't I do this? I'm being outsmarted by a fucking webcam at the moment.
You and like every boomer in existence.
Right, yeah. So this is something that my dad made because he found this moment absolutely hysterical.
I know what t-shirt you're on.
Yeah. He found this moment absolutely hysterical. Well, I guess it doesn't really need an introduction, does it, Vince? Let's just let it wash over us.
Okay. Keep an eye out. I'm gonna check the book.
Okay, check the book. I'm keeping an eye out.
What have you just done? Did you ruin? So the thing about that why that was so funny on my screen from my side. It's funny from your side. From my side, it was way funnier because from where I was looking in the book, and you see how the book takes up most of the center of the screen.
Yeah.
All I saw was you go past, and then the campfire, unlike in your game where it just kind of like tumbles about a bit, on my screen the campfire came flying out and like exited stage left on the screen at like full speed. So I'm just looking at the book, and then I see like the remains of a campfire go flying through the air. But it's like the light suddenly ticking off, and I was like, "What the hell just happened?"
It was broken when I got it. We need to fix this. We need to fix this now, Vince.
It's the fact that we needed to fix it because we were terrified that there were things out there now there was no light. And
I was completely out of action.
You were done. There was nothing you could do about it anymore. You were out of action.
Completely. If we'd been attacked by cannibals at that point, I wouldn't have been able to fight back.
Oh, you were dead, mate. Completed it.
Like, it completely broke me. It was so funny and so unexpected. You were just swinging away like a 9-year-old with a toy sword, just swinging around.
Vince, now.
Now, Vince. Now.
Now, Vince.
Evidently,
Vince, now.
just
now.
like in real life, you knocked
Vince,
over
now.
a maze.
Hurry.
I don't have
Anything you can add to this situation would be helpful. Vince.
Can we
Vince. Vince, they're here.
Are they seriously here?
No. I can't see.
I was just panicking at that point. I was totally panicking and you were doing nothing.
I was absolutely broken. There was nothing I could do to help in any conceivable manner. I was crying. I was laughing so hard I was
It
crying.
was so good.
I can't see, Vince.
I can't make it just now.
We need sticks.
Vince.
I can't believe you've done this.
And there it is. There is the line.
The worst part about that is I totally can believe now.
I was just trying to practice. So, something that I don't know if I've ever explained in the game, and something that I've been asked about, is why I constantly swing the weapon around. And it's because, like, the game has the weirdest, like, almost like stat upgrade system. It's really, really bizarre, because it's basically how it works is, if you swing your weapon, that counts as an attack, and the more attacks you do, so long as you're calorie positive, the more your strength goes up. And that was why Mike was constantly eating and constantly swinging his weapon, and why his strength was through the roof and he was able to one-hit stuff with the katana later on.
He was trying to get those gates.
Mad games, yo. I think of one to replace that now. I think one of my favourite ones of the channel in general was just, like, the first, 5-10 minutes of our first Dead by Daylight thing.
Oh yeah.
Of just like how, because that was the first time that we were like actually opening it out to other people who would want to be part of it, and at least I was a little bit nervous about it all. Because I was getting
Which is fair.
Yeah, exactly. Because I was getting my brother involved, you were getting your mate involved, Ghost, you were geting Ghost involved.
I think he came in on the other one, the second one.
No, he was there for the first one. It was his first ever.
Oh, okay.
As you will find out in a moment. Basically, like that. But in the first, like 3 minutes of it, everything was fine. We'd all assumed exactly what we needed to do, and it was just really, really well done.
Warning: the following footage contains scared boys,
I do
cruelty,
enjoy this.
killer
This
clowns,
warning.
and beloved copyrighted characters. Viewer discretion advised.
I love the voice. The voice was absolutely fun. Vince, how come your name is on fire?
My name's on fire.
Yeah. But like you can hear our nervousness, I guess, at the situation.
I guess.
Ready. Apparently, when you're ready up, you go on fire.
I don't want to be on fire.
Well, it's not about what you want, mate. Sometimes it's horrible. Sometimes that's the way we work. So, fun fact there. The reason that I kept prattling on at that point is because I was desperately trying to remember the actual line of "Sometimes life comes at you fast."
Sometimes it does come at you fast.
Like, but that was what I kept trying to say, and it just kept coming out wrong. And then you swoop in and save me.
It's just the world we live in, you know?
It is.
Life comes at you fast.
And it was just...
I've chosen this opportunity, while we're being chased by Griff, to eat some brownie.
I love that about you, Vince. I love it.
What?
The fact that you have this really, really natural Mike style where you just sort of do stuff like that. It's like you just come in and like, I've chosen this opportunity whilst we're being chased, like, to eat a mouthful of brownie, and it's like, well, no one asked you. There was no provocation of that whatsoever, but it made everything so much better. Just
Wanted to share with you why I sounded like I had a mouthful of brownie.
But you never do.
I was like, I took a bite of it, and I was just like, all I could think of was like, they're gonna know I'm eating. Like, I'm gonna be making noises, and they're gonna know I'm eating. So I need to get ahead of this.
They might know that you require sustenance.
God forbid the world know that I need to eat.
Yeah.
One of the things that there it is, the nervous chuckle, as if we needed any confirmation. One of the things that I legitimately love, especially about the Dead by Daylight stuff that we did, is there is just so much that occurs like between all of us, especially with like the shifting between the survivors and the killers.
Yes, absolutely.
And it causes the dynamic to like always shift.
Yeah.
Like throughout the group, and I genuinely really loved that.
It was good. He was a good sport.
He was. He does enjoy playing with us. We got Griff. Say hi, Griff.
Hello, dude.
And we have Jack as well, but Jack is currently muted and deafened because he's having dinner / fixing Dead by Daylight.
So obviously, I think you have a feeling you know where this is going, but I think more or less it's just the way that Griff is able just to seamlessly merge in, and then how all of us basically just get on the bandwagon, and in no time at all of us are terrified about what's going on. It's just
because the very first thing that happened in this particular game is I ran into him.
Yes, you did, and let's see that happen, shall we?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like you just hear me, you hear me be unhappy about it.
Oh, we do.
Online.
That's not fair. There it is.
Hello, guys. It's Penis the Clown.
I have a question.
Yep.
Could I not get chased by a clown?
It's a good question.
It's a good question.
I like what you've done. No, it's just the way things just go all very
And I
bad
didn't come
very
up with the
quickly.
intellectual
What the hell
question
is
there.
that crap?
What is going on over there? I hate everything. All I can hear is screaming.
So he threw some kind of fart jar at me.
It's exactly what it sounds like.
It's just like it's exactly what it sounds like. You did a great job. You did a really, really great job at just sort of like making the newer members feel totally at home and involved. Next, buddy. What's next on your list?
What is next on my big list? Okay, so I've actually got one from our playthrough of We Were Here Too.
Is this the end of We Were Here Too episode 1?
It is the end of We Were Here Too. How did you know?
You're killing me here, buddy.
How did you know that would be the one?
These are all the things.
Is it also on your
it's
list?
on my list. You've taken all of my options here. That's how
I think
we
we
are.
just like the same things.
So, do you want to introduce this clip then, Vincent?
So in this clip, and I'm sure many of you have seen it as ardent fans. By the way, Mike, I had this time stamped to 59 minutes.
Yep.
So in this, Mike had gone up the elevator and was, I'm going to use air quotes here, investigating the next area. When Mike realised that when I messed with something, it opened the escape door. And, well, you know what he did. You know what he's like.
Shall we roll Exhibit A?
Yeah. Show the people the evidence.
At this point, I was investigating.
Are you off the elevator?
I am now, yes. Over. At this point, I was trying to get us out of here, and I was like, oh, okay. Oh, all right. Now I'm thinking of betraying you.
Have you got a way of sending it back down? Over.
No.
Yeah, I need you to do whatever you did just a minute
There it
ago.
is, complete
Activate the elevator
fabrication.
over.
That was it. That was the moment that Mike turned to the dark side.
Yes.
You're in my heart, Vincent.
You shouted. The moment you shouted, "You're in my heart," I knew what you'd done. I wasn't even that surprised that you betrayed me.
No, you enjoyed it apparently.
It was hilarious. You traitorous fuck bag.
Traitorous fuck bag.
I can't believe you've done this.
And there it is for the second time. The line.
I absolutely can believe you did that. Betrayal.
I think it was one of those opportunities where you have to take it.
You couldn't let that pass by.
Yeah, that was gonna happen. And it was just
the comedic time for that moment was perfect.
Well, I think it's one of those things where, if I recall, in the first We Were Here, which we didn't actually record ourselves doing, I think I recall in the first We Were Here, didn't you abandon me first?
Yeah.
Yeah. So as far as my brain was concerned, I was getting
This
revenge.
is just what goes around comes around. Yeah.
But unfortunately, much to my chagrin, this was the first instance of people seeing stuff, and
Yeah. So whilst it wasn't the first betrayal between us, it was the first one people saw, and thus all sympathy came to me.
it did. I felt so bad about it as well.
You shouldn't have done it. It was so funny.
No, it was. No, you're absolutely right. But again, in the interest of this video basically tearing down the curtain, as it were, I think on the day this video came out, I got separate messages from like 2 or 3 people, just basically getting like, "I can't believe you did that. That's so horrible." Just like in a moment of intense anxiety, I just messaged Vince and was just like, "Vince, I'm not a bad person, am I?" Vince had to look after neurotic Mike for a little bit.
I had to really talk him back from the ledge.
It was really funny. Just looking back on it now, it's ridiculous. It's an absolutely ridiculous.
I know it is, but like at the time, because like, you know, the brain is a funny thing. It's just like, you know, it's very serious.
It was so weird. It's just, yeah. But I mean, you know, you did at the end of the day. You did talk me down from nothing. I have to prefix this now. There was no problem. I was just very nervous. But yeah, you did manage to sort of talk me back from that a little bit. It was just like, Mike, relax, mate. Come on. Calm down. Take your pills.
I honestly did love it. It was so perfect. As like an end to that particular run. I was so happy with it.
It was absolutely, it was like betrayal. It's the first one. You managed to get your revenge on me the next day.
I know, but it
left
just
me behind, but it wasn't the same.
It cracked me up. It's so perfect.
Oh.
That's why that was on my list. It
was so good. It was
good. Fantastic. Like I said, we've been picking the same options.
We have, and now I'm sort of trying to not pad this out a little bit now, but I'm trying to think of another version that was just of you that wasn't in my list of things in some capacity.
You want me to pick another one, you think?
I think it's one of those things where it's like it's gonna stop me from thinking about it. Because like there was it was the moment that you really did establish yourself as being the crazy person in A Way Out, and I can't remember exactly which episode it comes off, where you're like, "I'm parched for murder."
Size schnoz.
You're just trying to one-up me, the psychopath, because it doesn't suit you.
Murder. I'm gonna wait for this guy to turn his back on me, and then he's a dead man.
Maybe don't kill them, any of them?
I'm going to murder my way out of here.
It's fun, isn't it, Vince, playing this way?
I am parched for death.
Yeah, that bit. It was just the way that, like, it's something that I absolutely love about you. When you get into a role like this, you just go whole ham and just keep going. And
I am a little bit hammy, I think.
That's wonderful. It's brilliant.
Always be hydrating.
Always be hydrating. That's Vince rule number 692.
Don't ask who the others are. I'm not going to tell you.
Well, if they don't know the answer, then they've not watched all our series. Every single one of Vince's rules for life has appeared in our video so far.
100%. Every single one. All 1,000 of them.
Yeah. So many of them. So many.
They've never let me down.
This was Vince's idea at the time that didn't make it into the video necessarily. Was of course the thing that took
the music
video. This took 2 hours to do, to make work for a 5 to 8 second clip. But my God, does it play?
I just when they're
Oh,
going to
mate.
realise that you do all the editing and I'm just pretty face. I do love that you did this.
The winner takes all. It's the thrill of one more kill, the last one to fall. Will never sacrifice their will. Don't ever look back on the world closing in. Be on the attack with your wings on the wind. All the things will be and it's sweet, sweet, sweet victory.
Oh, so good.
I do still love that.
I
Do
just-
still love it.
Well, you imagine, you say it as we're doing this, just sort of like how cool it'd be if this was like a badass music video or something like that. And as soon as I heard you say it, like whilst I was going back and editing it, all I can think of is like, Vince, what have you done? Now it has to be that. And it was just so there, but I just channeled you. I just imagined
That's-
like how would if Vince
Does
was
feel very me.
if Vince was directing a music video, how would he want it?
Just
Lots of
stylish.
fade outs and
So,
stylistic choices. I wish I had like a lighter overlay.
that's fair.
That would have been what I've gone for on that one.
I still think you did a fine job.
It was-
This actually does lead into another one of my moments with Mike.
Oh, what's the next moments with Mike, Vince?
It is in A Way Out, and it does involve a lot of your post thing, and you know already what it's gonna be.
I've got an idea.
You know what it's gonna be. It's from episode 8.
It's from episode 8.
What part of episode 8 is it gonna be, Mike?
I'm gonna hazard a guess that it's about 3 minutes in.
Yeah, I've got 3:05 actually.
All right, 3:05. Vince, do you want to set this clip up?
No, I don't.
Okay.
I think it speaks for itself.
All right, here we go.
No. Wrong one. Wrong one.
It was just that. It was so true. I wanted to drift over another one, but the controls for this game are jank as hell. And I know that sounds like I'm just making an excuse for losing at this game, but like it's true. But it was just no. And then of course Vince is graceful in his victory as he
I'm
always
a graceful victim.
as he always is. Let's just check this out.
Gracious.
Of the most gracious in victory.
I was trying to go over to that one and it didn't register my command.
So you remember how earlier you said you've never won a game of Connect 4? You still haven't.
Oh well, you beat me at a game designed for 4-year-olds.
And at this point, I knew I was fucked because it was one of those things where I'd spoke before I'd thought. And then it's all like, oh, he's going to come back with, of course he is. And of course you did.
For what? You lost at a game designed for 4-year-olds.
Around me are familiar faces.
I want you to know, the moment I finished the episode, I rewound it all the way back to watch this bit again.
Just to watch it again. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate
That's
it.
how much I enjoyed that. Just,
Yeah.
that's so good.
It's really, really cool just looking back at like the newer stuff. And then with the bits and pieces that we've done where we had a look at the older stuff today as well.
Yeah.
Just sort of seeing just how far both of us have come in terms of finding ourselves a little bit more and getting a little bit more comfortable speaking under a recorded stance.
We're just being ourselves a bit more.
Yeah, exactly.
Weird. I don't think I'm particularly that funny, but
But you are.
Apparently
You're
my
fucking,
delivery
you're fucking,
is right.
you're fucking hilarious, mate.
the delivery. I guarantee I would not be half as funny if I was like doing this stuff on my own. You need like someone to kind of back and forth with.
It's funny you should say that, Vince, because well, my next clip.
Oh no.
Right, I'm actually going to take this opportunity to get a drink very quickly. So 5 minute break.
fair.
5 minute break, my dude.
I'm disappointed that one of these made it in. Hello everybody, Vince here. Mike has gone off to get a drink. He said 5 minute break, and you know what that means? That means Vince picks a random book off the shelf behind him and gives you a quick review.
This is one of the funniest, funniest to me. There we go. It's one of the funniest to me little bit things that completely came out of nowhere one day that you absolutely rolled with and just did an absolute fine job. It was just so
I
good.
couldn't think of what else to do. I was just left on the spot. I was like, what do I do right now?
But you knew this one you didn't even have to do that. The first one I threw you in on. This one you did on your own.
I suppose that's true. And I like how it depicts the slow collapse of Salem of Jerusalem's lot to the vampire menace. Now I look at it, my version's a little bit worn, to be honest, a little bit. I don't know why I'm talking like this. Red. That is, that's the curse you get for reading it quite a bit.
That's the curse you get. That's the curse of wrinkled books. But I mean, like, the best part is just the score when you.
So I would probably
I just
rate this book.
remembered what I rated.
Would I rate this book? 14? No. 14, what am I about?
I rate this book 14. And then you just take a moment and you even say, like, 14, what am I on about?
I should have just owned it, but like, yeah, 14. just ended it there.
It was so. I think the fact that even you looked back and I'm like, what the fuck am I saying? That's what made it. That's 100% 14.
7 out of 10, 8 out of 10. It's not bad. It's good. Go read it. You'll enjoy it. If you like Stephen King's stuff, you'll probably like this. If you don't, you probably won't. So that's probably all I have to say about that. That's me channeling my inner Forrest Gump at the end.
All I can think of was Jeff Goldblum. Go and read it, or don't.
That's exactly it. That line at the end is the exact same thing Forrest Gump says after he does his little like anti-war speech.
Is it?
Yeah. If you look it up, like on YouTube, like he does his little anti-war speech that you don't hear, and then he goes, "And that's all I have to say about that."
That's all I have to say about that. Oh, it's so good. It's so good, Vince.
I have no idea why I was talking in a weird way.
I think you were just. I think you. I don't think it was a weird way. I think you just went into informative Vince, infomercial Vince.
Infomercial Vince. Hi, Vince here. Guess what I'm
selling? Wrong again.
Wrong again. That's right. If it makes you feel better, the next time you put me on the spot to do one of those, I've got the perfect book right next to me.
Okay, well, I tell you what. At some point, wouldn't it be meta as fuck if I put one in now?
Yes.
You know, I mean,
it's going to be a whole 2022. I've noticed nobody on Earth has stated that 2022 is going to be their year. People scared.
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, who the fuck knows what's going to happen in 2022? But I think
people are scared, and who am I to blame them?
Right, exactly. Like, I mean, so I guess like moving forward, then, like, what do we want to do? What do we want to see changed?
Well, I mean, we've got some stuff in the pipeline already.
We do have some stuff in the pipeline already.
So a little teaser for you fans. Ooh. I know that there aren't too many, but we treat the ones we have.
The ones that we have are like our family at this point, and I mean that literally.
That's yeah, they are. So we've got As mentioned earlier, the number of co-op games available to us on Steam is actually not a massive list for the kind of thing that we like to do. And so we have taken some steps to move into some single-player games. We're going to bring you a new show, essentially, a new thing, where we rotate a game that one person has played before but isn't currently playing, and a game that someone has not played before and will be playing through for the first time. That's a good way of describing it, do you say, Mike?
I would say that pretty much defines it. Absolutely on point, sir. Good call.
So we've already gotten down one for each of us already. Neither completed, but currently in progress.
Yep.
We hope you guys will enjoy.
I think at the end of the day, I think they're going to be a lot of fun, regardless. Like we've had a blast recording them.
What else is it?
We've got a super special, super secret project that I'm currently working on with the assistance of Vince,
That's going to be a good one.
which is we're looking forward to.
We can't tell you too much about that.
That's super secret squirrel stuff. That is.
Super secret.
And then there's something going on the 22nd of May, Vince, isn't there?
Oh yeah.
I don't remember.
There is.
I remember. I don't think it's that important. I just that date ringing a bell to me, you know.
I think, yeah, that's going to be. They probably won't see that till the latter half of the year.
No, I reckon that's probably happening straight away. To be honest.
Oh, you think that'll be a straight away?
I think that that's going to be a drop everything and get that going, mate. we'll see.
What I was thinking was like, we'd do it, we'd film it, but it may not get like looked into like as far as putting it out until the latter half of the year. But like you said, maybe it will just be a case of right out at the moment.
I think we owe it to people not to make people wait.
Theoretically, also something we're banding about is potentially starting up some 0.50 live streams.
Yes, we are talking about live streams. I can't do it at the moment, but Vince so graciously has offered that he's going to do it.
I have. I've offered to take those steps for us.
So
put us on the live stream map.
So anything you want to see Vince do as a live stream, potentially with Mike providing commentary as well.
I was gonna start by gaming in a hot tub. That's the.
But you don't own a hot tub.
I can find one, or just green screen.
Oh yeah, you don't own a green screen.
Borrow a green screen, steal a green screen.
Steal a green screen, put yourself in a hot tub, and then do some twitching.
Get banned on Twitch within 24 hours.
You don't get banned for that. You have to. So long as you're wearing a swim costume, you're okay.
I can do that.
The rules are weird,
It's fine.
but they are true.
I've got a mate who owns a mankini.
That will get us banned. That's too hot for TV.
That will get me banned on Twitch. Actually, now that we list it out, now we tell people about it, next year's fairly jam packed for us.
Yeah, no, we've got quite a bit going on next year. Yeah, I think it's gonna look quite nice. 60. We've got 60 videos out, Vince, which means that we've done one a week.
More than one a week.
With a remainder 2.
I like that.
Remainder 8.
Let's see if we can do better next year.
You want to say we can do better. We can do better, greater, faster, stronger.
Yeah. We have the technology. We can rebuild 0.50 as the bionic channel.
Oh, I love it.
It's the plan, right? Watch out.
And
Mega base.
we were just absolutely ecstatic at that point.
I think because, for a minute, we were afraid we were going to have to do that fight again.
Yeah, we've been doing this, like I said, this is the cut down version, but it took us the best part of 2 hours or so to fight this thing. It was
so
crazy.
I can't even imagine what that fight would be like if you were playing solo.
Apparently, it's a lot easier, according to someone else who played it. They left a comment in the video.
Why is it easier? Do they increase the difficulty?
I'm assuming that they increase the difficulty when you go into multiplayer, but they don't increase it exponentially. So I think it'll be one of those things where if you're playing it on your own, you get the lowest level. And then when you're playing it with anywhere from 2 to 16 people, you get this version. So
interesting.
So excited. We got so excited for that.
We were just very happy that it was over, I think.
And then my kid didn't get out, and then a game kept going for a little bit.
Yeah.
Resurrect our son.
I was just largely excited that I was right. There was a mountain there.
Mate, you were so happy, and every time you said, "Where's the mountain layer?" and everything, I just kept having to just keep my mouth quiet. I was like, yep.
So badly needed that mountain layer to be there.
And it was there, Vincent. You were awarded.
So excited. I was so happy.
And then we had our main moral decision, which...
Go press it.
Press what?
My option. Yes, I'm sure. It's what we need to do. It's what we need to do, Mike.
Vince being a hero.
It's right. It's the right thing to do.
You need to press the button too, or let me do it by myself.
So what you're saying is...
The game has to agree. We have to agree. The game says we have to agree.
So what you're saying is... I have to lose my son so that 3 others can live. And no one else has to have to crash here ever again.
Yes.
Vince,
Add a little bit of extra drama.
I can't do that.
I can't do that, Vincent.
Come, don't. Well, no, then nothing happens. This is where we end.
I just left it on a blank screen. I was just like, man, that would have been the perfect place to just end it.
Like,
can you imagine the outrage if we had ended it there?
I know.
Just
never followed up.
Just it's like, well, I guess then here is when it ends, and then it ends there, and we never go back to it. And everyone says, when are you going to finish the forest? It's like, we finish it, it's done.
Oh, it's finished. Vince even says that it's done in the video.
I don't know how much clearer we can get.
Yeah, right. I actually think that would have been a big dick baller move. We should have just done it.
It definitely would have. But I think neither of us were really keen on ending the first series like that. Now we can end a series like that anytime we want.
Gotcha. Price your happiness for the greater good. That is a good advert for Bic lighters, that game.
Yeah, I mean, it lasted the entire game. Quite happily.
You know, any of you smokers out there, Bic lighters.
Bic lighters, they're the way. Hashtag not sponsored.
Hashtag not sponsored.
And then...
And that's that.
I just couldn't think of any better way to end it than this, to be honest.
Which is fair.
Official music from the game that was then cross-merged by myself into another song of the game. I think what I would have liked to have done is made it so the musical dings go in time with what's on the vision a little bit more.
That's fair.
I think that'd be one of my things that I'd want to change. I had to fit in this bit where I made sure that you knew that despite wanting to kill those rabbits, I let them all go. And then do you remember?
We decided to raft our way away.
Well, you remember when we filmed this bit as a joke?
Yeah, I do.
Like, again, just sort of like not wanting to ruin the moment for anyone at home. But what happened in real life is we sailed this out to see if it would unlock a different ending. It didn't, so we blew up the raft. We just lit it on fire and exploded it, and then I built a fake family.
Yeah.
I like how we ended it here better.
About the fake family. It got weird in that game.
Yeah, it did. But
I want you to know, actually, that this is an interesting thing you brought up, because my final of the 5 points I had saved was the forest, all episodes, Mike's full commitment to cannibalism.
Well, I guess we just let the camera roll then, don't we?
Because you just really committed to that joke, and I really appreciate it.
It was. I couldn't have done it without you, bud. And this is where Mike got cute with editing and decided that there was an entire expanded 0.50 lore.
Expanded universe
that we've created.
Things that are going on behind the game now.
And things that will be coming back. Just albeit very late.
You know, fairly late.
Because heaven forbid we leave anything simple. I'm not gonna lie. When I was editing this and rewatching it back for the first time, I genuinely teared up at this moment.
Like, because it was like done.
It was, yeah. This was the end of our like. This is something that we teamed together and created, and I couldn't be prouder of it. You know. And
It's fair.
recently discovering Photoshop.
I know.
And just for me at least, like just seeing like this screen appear at the end here, just like that was it. That was like major stab to the feels a little bit. Just like seeing it.
You know, we finished it.
That was it done. It was. I mean, we had people who watched it all the way through. We had people who were like, you know, we both know people who watched it all the way through. People who like came to us and said like, "Oh man, I that was so good to watch." You know, that was watched it from episode 1 onwards and genuinely really good. And I just loved I loved doing it, and I loved making it, and then I loved seeing other people watch it and get such joy out of it as well.
I enjoy it. Yeah.
It was just like, yeah, like as far as I'm concerned, like this year, what we've done is like.
I mean, I've had people like, you know, just say how much they enjoyed, you know, the stuff we put out, and it means a lot every time.
Every time. I'm happy that I've done something with my life now, I guess, to a degree, as dramatic as that is. And I've got.
I think it's a case of we've created something and we've put it out into the world. You know, we've tried to do a net increase at the amount of just, I guess, art in the world, and I don't mean art like, you know, like fine art and stuff like that. I mean like just something artistic and creative.
Yeah, absolutely, and just yeah. So it's been absolutely amazing doing all of this. And
I look forward to doing another year.
Oh no, me
Great.
too, man. Me too. And it's one of those things where it's like, I thank each and every person who watches this stuff regularly. I thank them for their feedback. I thank them for coming to us and being like, "Oh, you guys are great," and giving us ideas and joining us. And more importantly, Vince, I thank you for giving it a go when it was just a crazy idea to begin with. Like when I jumped
kind
on,
of appreciated it as a crazy idea though.
you did, man. You were fucking on it, man. But it was just because I remember exactly how it went. I basically went to you and said, "Vince, buddy, we should play a serious game, and I hope it'd be all right with you. Can I record it?" And you were just like, there wasn't any like why. There wasn't anything like that's an odd thing to do or anything. You were just like, "Yeah, fuck it, do it. Let's do it." And we did it, and immediately into it. Both of us
Yeah, it
got.
turned out great.
And it's just like, but seeing this, I mean, that was our first series,
Yeah.
and we've done 3 now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I suppose 2 and 3/8.
Yeah.
Or whatever
2
it
and
is.
3/8, I guess.
2 and 7/8. We're basically. I mean, A Way Out is almost done. I reckon we get 2
Yeah.
episodes. We've got 2 more episodes of A Way Out. Also, yeah, it's been really good, bud.
I think everything we've done under the guise of like recording for the channel, even stuff that necessarily hasn't ended up on the channel or won't end up on the channel, like Resi 5 is a good example for that.
What's his name? Dying Light.
Dying Light was another example. Like, regardless of whether it's ended up on the channel or not, I've really appreciated playing through those games with you, at least.
Yeah, same here, bud.
And I've just had a good time the whole way through. So, you know, we'll keep going and we'll keep improving. And we'll keep developing our skill set as far as this is concerned. And I think it's going to be great.
Yeah, it is, bud. So here's to the next year, my fella.
Here's to like at least one more year of 0.50.
No, last year. This is it. Over. It's a 2-year project. Oh, how are we going to end this, Vince?
How are we going to end 0.50?
No, not
we'll just
point-
end
not-
it and then start a brand new channel called 0.75.
That makes sense to me, I guess. How are we going to end this video?
We'll just incrementally get closer to 1.
And then we'll have 0.50 episode 1.
How are we going to end this video?
Yeah, how are we going to end this video, Vince?
like this, like right now.